Man, I got a son. He's 3.
And he's
I'm dying.
he's wanting
I'm dying to get
get
him
him a
started.
BB gun.
No, he doesn't have one yet. I mean,
You got an airsoft or?
no, he has a cork gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The old school, you pull
Yeah.
the PVC pipe.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach him weapon safety with that. He's not having it.
He's not having it. He's not dialed in yet.
No.
As he gets older and more mature, he'll get it.
So 8, you started hunting.
With BB guns, going around trying to shoot squirrels, stuff like that.
What was your relationship like with your parents?
Good. But much closer with my mom and my dad. And I've told people this when they ask these kind of questions. I don't ever remember. I knew my dad loved me, but I don't ever remember him telling me that one time that, hey, Larry, I love you. My nickname was Jake, by the way. They both called me Jake. Still to this day, I have no idea why. But hey, Jake, hey, Jake, hey, Jake. That was my nickname. But I don't ever remember my dad saying, hey, I love you, Jake. I mean, not one time. I knew he did. And honestly, now I'm pinned down. I don't know if my mom ever said it either. They
No
just kind
kidding?
of, yeah. They just kind of came from that era where it was kind of understood. We're putting a roof over your head. We're putting food in your stomach. We're putting clothes on your back. Of course we love you. That's where my head's at and why they were probably thinking that way, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Nothing touchy-feely like it is today.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Yeah. Why were you closer with your mom than your dad?
Because she kind of babied me. You know what I mean? She did, and the old classic thing, I had my mom kind of wrapped around my finger. If I needed something, I'd go to her and she would always give in and all. Yeah. So I was a mama's boy. No doubt
Gotcha.
about it.
Gotcha. What else were you into as a kid? How were you as a student?
Good. I was a classic B student. I could have been an A student with no problem, but to me, it was like, I'll put in enough effort to be a B student. I really don't want to put in that extra effort to be an A. If I got an A, it was almost by accident. If I got a C, it was kind of because I was half-assing it, to be honest with you. But I was a classic B student. I liked to play sports with my friends. Never really did organized sports very much at school. But we would play baseball and football and all. And we'd play tackle football with no pads or any of that crap. I did that all the way through, elementary school, junior high, and high school. We played tackle football with no pads. To us, it was kind of flag football and all that was kind of like, seriously? Why aren't you playing, tackle football? But say I was into sports and whatnot, but from the point of view of playing with my friends, not necessarily organized sports at school.
Did your dad ever, or your mom, did they talk a lot about World War II?
My dad, a little bit. My mom really never did at all. It was only later I kind of asked her, I said, what'd you do? She goes, I worked at a factory, in Coshocton, Ohio, which is where I was born. Probably 15, 20 miles up the road from where I grew up. Right? And my mom is from there. I worked in our, manufacturing facility in Coshocton that made artillery shells. And I didn't find that out till late in the game. And then my dad, though, would talk about it. He was in North Africa and Italy, and he had some PTSD.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he sure did.
How do you know?
Because he would kind of relate and start telling some stories about guys that had died and had been killed that he knew that were friends of his and stuff. And I remember him talking about that on occasion. Not a lot, but on occasion he would kind of almost ramble in a way, and I'd listen to him, but he had PTSD. I mean, for sure. Absolutely.
When did your, I guess, are your parents still with us?
Oh, no. No, my dad died. He was 84. My mom was 77. And my God, they died in the early 90s. Yeah, they've been passed away for quite a while now.
Well, I guess the reason I'm asking is I'm just curious. I mean, did you and your dad ever relate when you became, a Delta operator?
A little bit. They never, he knew about me going in the Army, obviously. I went in the Army really because of my dad. That influence. Mm-hmm. I remember my dad one time specifically, I went to jump school and all that, and he said, Jake, he never flew on an airplane his whole life.
Wow.
His whole life, he never flew on an airplane. Neither did my mom. Neither one of them flew on an airplane. So that was totally alien concept. And for me to jump out of an airplane, my dad said, he goes, Jake, I don't know how you do that. He goes, I don't know how you, he goes, that's something I just don't even know how you could do. I remember him telling me that. So he related to me going in the Army. But there were some things that I was doing that he just couldn't, he couldn't comprehend.
Yeah. Did your brother or sister join the service at all?
My brother's actually on the autism spectrum, pretty severe.
Okay.
My sister, she kind of got married early on. She went on and did some occupational therapy stuff. Neither one of them were really interested in going in the military at all. I was really the only one that, my brother couldn't. I mean, because it had been on the spectrum. There's no way he could have been in the military. My sister could have, but had no interest in it.
So it was your dad that got you interested in the military?
Yeah.
Solely your dad, or was there any other inspiration? Or
mainly my dad, but there were so many World War II vets in our little town. Almost all the grown men were World War II vets. I can't hardly think of any of them that weren't, that were my dad's age or kind of in that time frame. They were all World War II vets. And my uncle was World War II and Korea. He'd served in both. And Uncle Bill, Bill Lahr, my uncle, was World War II and Korea. So yeah, that had an influence on me. All those World War II vets, for sure. Me playing Army, which was my favorite game.